Welcome to Beyond the Scoreline. Today I am joined by Adonis.
Hello.
Harry E.
Hello.
And Kaha.
Hello.
I am, of course, Harry M. And today we're going to be doing top 5 most underrated Prem players. We're also going to be reviewing the Premier League that's just happened. And then, if we have time, we'll look at the week coming for the international
England.
break.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
So, top 5 is underrated players in the last 10 years.
Premier League, isn't it?
Premier League.
Yep.
Premier League. I think we'll start. Who wants to start?
Do you know what? I'll go first this time, but I never go
Okay.
first, so let me go.
Great.
All right.
So, number 5.
Yeah, number 5. I've got Daniel Sturridge at number 5. Actually, criminally underrated baller, I think, especially at Liverpool. At Liverpool, he's class. I just think a lot of people underestimated him because of his time at Chelsea.
Sick note Sturridge.
Huh?
Sick note Sturridge.
Sick note Sturridge,
Yeah.
the GOAT. Now plays for AMP, so
And it's
yeah.
got the best celebration, or one of, that England has ever
Yep.
seen.
Yep.
You know.
But yeah, I think he's quite good. Actually, rated him.
Fair
Next.
enough.
Fair enough.
Do you want me to go next?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure. Go next, mate.
No, Daniel Sturridge is a good shout. He would have made mine, but I've thrown in a last minute name here. First name's Mark. Second name's Noble.
Henry. Oh.
No, what? No.
Wait,
Different
wait,
sport.
Wait,
That's
what's
Mark
a
Noble.
wrestler, you donkey.
Oh, Mark Noble.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Mark Noble.
Mark Noble. He's on mine. Just because I never hear him mentioned in anything ever.
Well, that's probably because he stopped playing.
16 years. 16 years at West Ham.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
loyal. Wasn't he very
Yeah.
loyal to it?
375 Premier League appearances.
Yeah, that's noteworthy.
No, he was quality player at West Ham. I don't understand why he's in your top 5. He's not in mine.
Fair enough.
Neither
Yeah.
Sturridge. So
Both fair.
No
Mine could
comment.
be very,
No
mine could
comment.
be
This is gonna-
very far out.
This is going to be very interesting then.
My number 5 is Gareth Barry.
Big
Okay.
Gaz has
Also
the most
not mine.
Premier League appearances of all time.
653 Premier League appearances.
Yep. What a player.
Just what a solid player. Played it for the top 4 clubs, I believe,
What?
at the time.
Played for Villa, West Brom. Did he play for City?
I think he played Man City.
I'll have to double check that one, but I don't think he played for
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know he played for 4 different Prem clubs in his time in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I didn't fact check which 4.
Yeah, I'll double check for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Shall I say mine while she?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
So my number 5 is actually Chris Wood. It's
fair.
not as underrated now for this season because obviously he is a standout player, but over the years, speaking about Leicester and obviously Forest as well, he's always been one of those strikers who has been converting goals but not been at the top of the charts. But this season you've already seen he's been a big deal to West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and he's gonna do well with them. He's gonna hopefully for Forest get them a good position in the Premier League by the end of the season, maybe even European football, who knows. But yeah, I've gone with Chris Wood.
Good shout. He's a good player.
How old is Chris Wood?
31.
32.
He's getting on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why as well. Yeah, he's
He's
not been seen for all these
he's an old
years.
boy.
And now.
Yeah, Gareth Barry played for Villa mostly, then City, Everton, then West Brom was his last club. But there you go. You're welcome. Let me. Hang on. I do remember my list, but I just need to look at it. Wait, there we go. At number 4, rogue shout. I've got a goalkeeper, Lukasz Fabianski.
Oh wow.
Top keeper. Did it for a very, very long time as well. Arsenal, then Swansea. Obviously West Ham now.
West Ham. Yeah.
But still going at his ripe old age of 39. So he is he's a good keeper, and I always thought he was a good keeper. I always rated him.
Has he retired from the Poland squad, or is he
Oh, I
still-
would hope so. Yeah,
Yeah, you
he's
think it-
he's
I
basically
don't
got a walking stick now. So yeah, no, but yeah, number 4. There you go. Big Luke.
Right, go on then, Kaha.
Why-
What's
Come on,
your-
Gaha, what are you just staring?
Really?
Well,
Let's get in a
I didn't
segment
know
with
we
this
were
guy.
going in the same
Yeah,
order.
we were
That's
gonna say
grand.
what a
Yeah,
good guy.
that's grand. That's all I had to say. No need to be rude. For my number 4, I have went for a wee Liverpool player here. James Milner.
He is not
Oh,
underrated.
yes.
Oh no,
What?
come on. No.
He's not
He is
underrated.
underrated.
He's
He's
the
rated.
Ribena merchant, mate.
He's rated highly.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
I
he's
think he's
not.
underrated. Like he's gone through all these clubs, Liverpool, Man City.
Villa.
He's
It
played.
might just be because I rate him
now
highly.
at Brighton.
He's played
already.
amongst some top players, which has probably made him look like less.
I do
He's
rate.
not- he's
I
not the
already
most-
rate him highly though. That's
Yeah,
why.
he's not the most spectacular football, but his level of everything is at a good level.
If you were to have that Liverpool squad with him in, and
I mean, you
not
can-
in and played the same against the same team, you'd see the
Yeah.
difference.
Oh, I'm not saying
That
he's.
sort of thing.
I'm just saying I already rate him highly. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't say he's underrated.
He
But
just doesn't get talked about as
Yeah.
much as he should, I think.
Yeah. Wait, is he at Brighton now?
Yeah,
Brighton,
still
but
still Brighton.
Still
Yeah.
kicking about.
Still kicking about.
a player that is not still kicking about but is in my list. He's alive. He's alive, obviously. Leighton Baines.
Oh,
Yeah.
good shout. Yeah, good
Yeah,
shout.
that's
400, 400 appearances in the Premier League.
He does not
I
care.
have no clue.
he just missed out on my list. Do you not know
Do you not know Leighton Baines?
The Everton left back.
left back.
England Everton left back?
Always used to
No.
hit a free kick.
2012,
No.
2013 left back
I'll
of the
be
season.
honest, at that
Yeah, it was
stage, I was
prime.
not a big a football fan as I am
He was
now.
a Derry City
so-
fan then.
No one's ever been a Derry City fan.
And there goes all our Derry City fans.
We didn't have any.
all three that were listening to the podcast have now gone.
I'm from outside Derry and I'm not even a Derry City fan.
Fair
There
enough.
are no
Wow.
fans.
All right.
Oh, it's me.
It's you, yeah.
So I've actually gone. Alexis McAllister. I said Chris Wood, didn't I? Alexis McAllister of Liverpool. Now,
All right.
hold with me here. Like I said about James Milner, Liverpool have always had a solid midfield. You can agree with me, right?
I will, I do.
See, I think McAllister does a very similar job to Dominic Szoboszlai.
Soboslai,
I
yeah.
can't say his name at all.
Sausages.
Don't blame
That's
you.
the one. Yeah. But I think he is really underrated. I think he's a top class footballer. He's one of those creative players that I could love to have at Leicester. And obviously with the options that Arne Slot's got, you know, as a number 10, for me, he would start every game. I know he doesn't, but yeah, I've gone with Alexis McAllister.
I definitely agree at Brighton he was underrated. And then his first season, we kind of played him as a defensive midfielder. So we
Yeah.
obviously didn't get as much luck at, but no, I
see,
fully
at
agree.
Brighton, he was the standout player.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had Pascal Gross next to him, but he stood out. But obviously, Liverpool, it was a new challenge with all the other midfielders that they already had. But yeah, I think he's a top class player.
Number 3, yeah?
Yep.
This one, purely, if it was football ability, it'd be number 1. But I'm doing it as fact that I think he was fairly rated, but still a bit underrated. I've gone with Santi Cazorla, little 5'3" merchant in midfield. What a player! What a player! He was unbelievable. I still remember that
Do you
free
not
kick.
know? Do you not know who he is?
Mate,
Carl?
I got into football later than all you.
Santi
I
Cazorla.
don't know who Santi Cazorla is.
The
What-
Arsenal-
I'm
he's
the
sure-
Arsenal
such a
defensive
great
midfielder.
midfielder.
I'm sure I do if I saw him, but I got into football later than you. We're not all privileged.
I still remember.
Some of us come from the
I think he
middle
went
of
to
Ireland.
Spain. Did he go to Villarreal? after?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he left. Yeah, went to Villarreal, I think.
Is he retired now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He finished in Real Oviedo, I want to say, because it
Last
was
season.
his boyhood club or something like
Yeah.
that. But I still remember that free kick he scored against Hull City. It was the first game I ever watched. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What a player, man. But yeah, number 3 for me.
Number 3 for me is Moussa Dembele,
Spurs midfielder.
Spurs midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I know which one you
yeah.
mean.
Yeah, because
All those
every
years ago.
player has played with him said he is the most technically gifted person they've ever played with, and he never gets talked about at all. And Spurs really haven't been the same or filled the hole he left in that team since he's left.
Was he in that Champions League run team, 2019?
He might have
He
just
might
left.
Might have just been out on
I'll
it.
have a look.
Yeah, Adonis is a researcher.
Yeah.
Keep talking then, lads. Come on.
Go on,
Oh.
Harry. Do you want
well,
Yeah,
my,
you
Harry
do yours
is-
while we wait.
my number 3 is Pablo Zabaleta for Man City. I just think for right backs in the conversation, he's never really talked about in the conversation for
Mm.
being a great right back.
Yeah.
And it was the way when Pep came in, he was able to adapt to that play style and he was able to play Pep's football.
Mm.
Especially as
At
old
that
as he
age,
was.
yeah.
Yeah. That was really impressive for me. And then obviously Carl Walker came in and you can't really
No.
you
A
can't
yo- a
argue.
younger Carl Walker,
a young Carl
yeah.
Walker. I mean a young Micah Richards, okay, you can beat him off the pitch
Yeah.
quite easily,
Mm.
but yeah. Zabaleta for me is just he's rated highly, but he's not rated enough for
Mm.
me in terms of defenders.
Yeah.
Fair. Dembele was probably not involved. He left in January 2019,
Yeah, that would have been.
so he would have been in the
Just
team, but
before.
I just don't know if he was in the Champions League squad. I don't think he played.
He wouldn't have been.
No.
probably.
But he left to Guangzhou RF in China
Great.
for 10 mil.
Wow. Wow.
So there you go.
Get your money.
Harry?
My number 3 is the Arsenal centre back Gabriel. Only because I think you look at Premier League centre backs, and obviously you got the pick outs of Van Dijk,
Saliba.
That's it, Saliba. But then if you look back a few seasons ago as well, you got like Thiago Silva from Chelsea. All these standout big centre halves. And I've gone with Gabriel only because on the pitch he controls that Arsenal defence. I mean, you may agree or disagree with me being an Arsenal fan yourself, but both ends of the pitch he's critical for them. Some of the blocks he makes, some of the tackles are yeah.
No, I love Gabriel. I would put him in there. I just forgot about him. Criminally underrated, 100%.
And at the other end of the pitch, he can score a header.
Oh,
he's got
yeah.
the height, he's got the strength.
And he's massive.
He
was basically playing left wing against Chelsea.
Yeah, he was. Even Saliba had a go at left wing, but Trossard is that useless. But come to that later. No, I think Saliba gets a lot of credit, and Gabriel doesn't get much recognition, even though he deserves it. He screams a lot. If you watch Arsenal, you just hear a rapid like, "Ah!" and that's just Gabriel at the back screaming at people. Because I don't think he speaks English yet. So,
fair enough.
But no, I agree with that. At number 2, I've gone with Ruben Neves. What a player! That goal against United when he just rammed it in, not like that, but like bolted the ball off the post. Oh, unbelievable! But he's a proper baller. It's a shame he went to Saudi. To be honest, I would much prefer him to go to Barcelona. But they were broke, so
Yeah.
he ended up in.
No, that's
Al
a good
Hilal.
shout. Yeah, Ruben Neves.
For me, I went for. He is retired, but a Man United. I think all Man United fans rate him, but not always. Park, the man with 3 lungs.
Yep. I know exactly.
Yeah, I think
He was
I think
on
we all agree. Yeah.
Park Ji-sung.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
I think
Park,
we can
wherever
all.
you may be, they eat dogs in your country. That one.
Let's not repeat the chant.
Oh,
maybe.
Jesus Christ!
You didn't have to repeat
Yeah.
the chant now. Oh
Didn't
my
have to say
God.
that, did you?
No.
Anyway.
So there's a
But
point in
yes.
this podcast, and then there's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
going to be a
Yeah.
section missing. But yeah, he does. For what he done and the job he done, he never got spoke about for so long. I mean, he's the man that man-marked Messi.
Yeah.
Kicked him out of a match. So I think he deserves to be on the list.
Fair enough. Harry?
Oh, my number 2 is Jermaine Defoe.
Oh,
Just-
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Uh, 162 goals in 496 appearances at the age of 37 in the Premier League. Right, what more? He's doing what Jamie Vardy's doing currently.
Yeah.
He's older. He was older than Jamie Vardy
Mhm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Jermaine Defoe, the goals he could score as well were just unbelievable. And I think it was Southampton he was at, wasn't it?
Sunderland.
That's it, Sunderland. Getting them confused.
And he was at Bournemouth, as well. Yeah.
And then he signed for Tottenham, didn't he? A few
He
seasons
was with
ago.
Tottenham.
Or he was meant to
first.
sign for Tottenham.
Was he with Tottenham first?
No, yeah, he was Tottenham back in like 2009.
Yeah.
Was he not meant to
2010.
re-sign with them a few seasons ago?
I hope not.
Or
He
was
like
that the-
40.
No, that was the story about their financial fair play of the signing him.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I was
That
gonna
was
say
it.
he's
was
gonna
gonna say,
drag
I wa-
himself out of
Yeah.
retirement to play for Tottenham. Kane
No,
left, and so Defoe
There'd be
comes in.
worse teams
Yeah.
to drag yourself out of retirement for.
Colchester.
We'll get on to them at some point.
Harry.
I'm glad you mentioned Jamie Vardy because my number 2 is actually Mark Albrighton.
So not Jamie Vardy.
So,
Yeah.
I was like expecting it to
Yeah,
be
no,
Jamie Vardy.
no.
All Brighton.
No, because the season that stands out for me of Mark O'Brien being underrated is it's almost 10 years ago now, our title-winning season. And obviously you had Vardy and Mahrez showing off their own technical skills, dominating the Premier League. But Mark Albrighton set up most of these, most of the goals because he was critical in that starting 11 under Ranieri. Some of the chances he made, whether we scored or not, Sorry.
And we have killed someone.
No, it's okay. Carry on. Go on, keep going.
This
I'm
is
not
what
laughing at you. I'm
happens.
laughing at.
This is what
Laughing
happens
at
when
him.
you try to take photos during the podcast
Cheers, Harold.
for socials. Anyway, yeah, my number 2 is Mark Albrighton from Leicester City. Well, he's currently retired, but
Is he retired?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. Must have missed that. My
yeah,
bad.
What a player!
Let me just regain myself. Yeah. All right. Number 1, I've got Roberto Firmino.
Oh, Beautiful.
Criminally underrated.
beautiful choice.
Criminally underrated. That man. Every time that he played against us, genuinely, I did not want to watch that game because I just know he'd score. He was literally inevitable. But honestly, you can keep sighing and do whatever you want to do over there in the corner, but
Yeah.
genuinely, he was
You may want to keep sighing.
genuinely so good.
I was gonna say, who's the Liverpool fan got a number 1?
Well, put your hands over your face again, Harry. I went for Roberto Firmino as
Good,
number
there
1.
we go.
Oh,
Man with
God.
ball knowledge. It's a man with ball knowledge. He's probably got Jamie Vardy in
You
the
look at
first.
the front three he was in. He had one of the best Champions League seasons ever.
God,
And he never gets spoken to. He had one of the best Champions League seasons
He is
ever. Goals
Completely
and assists.
underrated. He is not overrated
Never gets anything.
or fairly rated. He gets no credit.
You know, I want to hear your reasoning. Why are you so upset about what did Roberto
No, because
do to you?
his number was going to be Johan Wissa from Brentford.
What did
No, it's
Roberto?
not, actually.
What did Roberto do to you?
I
he
think
bummed
there's
you
just
every time.
many of the players that could be first.
No.
though, Roberto
No.
Firmino.
Firmino deserves it, mate. What a player.
Go on, Harry. I swear to God.
Oh, I do not have.
Oh.
Good lad.
I've got a
He's
name
got-
that's already been said though.
Oh.
It was his number 5, Mark Noble. His number 1.
Oh,
for me.
really?
I just think the things he did at West Ham are just. You cannot. I don't think Firmino deserves to be on this list.
That's okay. That's why it's
I-
your.
that's-
It's a
uh,
disgrace.
I think he's an underrated player, but he's
I don't
not
think
in
he
my top
deserves.
5.
I don't think he deserves to be in
That's
top 5
disgusting.
at least. Maybe 7th or 8th on the list, but not
Yeah,
not
this
top
is
5.
Maybe why you're a Colchester fan. But
Yeah,
no, continue.
I
No,
agree.
everybody's
I agree.
opinion.
I agree
Thank
with you,
you.
Harry.
Okay.
I
yeah.
strongly
Mark
agree.
Noble.
Yeah,
I'd
Mark
have him in
Noble.
top 5, not first.
Well, that's
No,
what
Mark Noble's number
that's
1.
what the
though.
website
No,
said he
no.
copy and pasted from. So.
No, he showed me the website. I was like,
there
is
was-
Fabio Carvalho still playing football? No.
Well, no,
Oh,
I knew.
Carvalho?
No, I knew he
It's
wasn't.
Sheffield.
Yeah, he
Oh.
wasn't playing. I knew he wasn't playing football. I just wanted to know if he'd left the Premier
last
League in the last 10
10
years.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Oh,
but he hadn't. He had left 20 years ago. So
there
I-
you go.
Get outside the boundaries. Go on, who's your number 1? Jimmy
My
Vardy?
number 1 is Robert. No, I'm joking.
I would have said all of that for him to put for me now. I would have throttled him.
Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, that was so close to going on
Yeah.
my list. So close.
Because, right, let's look back 10 years ago. Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
Manchester United, disappears.
Watford.
Disappears. We don't talk about those days. Those are dark days. He returns.
2015 Arsenal wasn't awful.
Jesus Christ.
He's trying to build a moment. Just he's
You're ruining
building
the
an
moment.
atmosphere.
And
Continue,
then
son.
he returns to the Premier League and joins Brighton and Hove Albion. And everyone thought it was a shock transfer. Everyone was like, what's he doing here? He's
was still
beyond
in the-
his playing days.
Still at the Premier League at
Terrible.
Watford, but
But
Shh.
I'm talking about proper, right? He returns to Brighton. Well, he didn't return, but he was. You've ruined it now. He's ruined it.
I fact
He's
checked him.
ruined
I
it.
fact checked him.
He's
He,
ruined-
he
anyway,
was building to something.
He went to Brighton.
You're
Everyone was like,
building
"Wait,
to
this
shit.
is a weird transfer. Why Brighton paid for a player who is past his playing
They didn't
days?"
pay for him.
And now he's at Brighton, and look at the goals that he's putting in for him.
There's my
I
FPL
mean,
hero, mate.
Look at exactly.
Yeah,
Look
but
at Brighton's
no,
last
he
few
deserves to
results.
be in the top 5. I'd argue not number 1, but I'd argue top 5. Yeah.
Oh, he's my
Oh,
number
what?
one.
And Firmino
He
does
is-
deserve to be number 1.
He is my number
Yeah.
one only because of where he's come
Not
from.
a chance.
Because
you know-
Firmino's 10 times the best.
Yeah, but
footballer
Firmino's,
over Welbeck.
During
Firmino's
his-
journey is.
I don't know whether to
No,
call
it's
it
not. He was at Hoffenheim and he was
Hey, we've gone
drowning.
on from Firmino. Firmino's gone.
Ah.
Firmino's out the window.
Yeah, because he was awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What I was saying was, Danny Welbeck, during, you can call it his prime, he was at, I know he was younger, but he was at Man U and Arsenal, didn't
Yeah.
perform. He then comes to Brighton, what's his age now? 30 something?
33.
And he's probably playing the best football anyone has ever seen. Like, as in, like, you lot are all laughing.
No,
but
no, it's a separate incident. It's nothing to do
Oh,
with you.
okay.
I'm loving this speech. I love where it's going.
Like, I can't even speak.
Consistency.
Consistency wise, he is playing the best football of his life. Anyway,
I'd
don't move on
argue,
from
he
this
was,
because
I'd argue he was good at Arsenal.
Harry's got his headphones off. He's wetting himself. Can we please move on from this? Because
Sorry,
this
it was just something that the
You
fellow
wouldn't do
person
that
stood
during
next to me.
Shakespeare, would you?
No, but
Yeah, but he's not Shakespeare, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
Anyway,
Building towards it.
there's our top 5, guys.
Mine's definitely
I
better.
hope you enjoyed it.
Make sure to tune in next week. For the next
we'll
top
see you
5.
next time.
No,
Yeah,
we
play the
got-
outro music.
We now got our Prem reviews, shall we say?
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
Harry's
Why did you have
Prem
to join?
reviews.
Harry's Prem reviews. It's gonna happen again.
Oh, new TikTok.
What,
Right, I've got-
what was
I've
the
got-
old one?
I've got
We don't mention that one.
I've got mine and his predictions on my phone.
I've lost my mouse.
Have you not got all of ours?
I've got mine.
No.
Pretty sure.
I kept track of our two. You said keep track of mine, so I was like, sure, mate.
I'm pretty sure I didn't make predictions.
He wasn't on the podcast.
I
this
wasn't
week.
there. I wasn't invited.
He has his.
Did you not keep track of his as well?
He has his.
I've got mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll set this
So-
one
Because he
up.
was reading off a list last time.
Yeah.
At least you
so
got.
don't worry about
Can
it.
we
I'll come
talk about Colchester before we
Yeah,
move on
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
on. Yeah,
Prem?
let's go to Colchester.
It's
Yay.
another absolute shambolic performance from the club. I think they should be disgraced with themselves for getting a draw here.
Water's wet.
I mean, going 1-0 down against Barrow. First of all,
Who?
Barrow.
Jesus.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it's another woeful performance. We didn't look like we could get anything from the
It's
game.
just
Li-
the same every week.
yeah, it is.
Mm.
Lyle Taylor saved us again. Honestly, too good for League Two.
Was he the
but-
one that was at Forest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest player. Incredible player. Honestly, does not deserve to be in League Two. I don't know
gonna
how
say,
he's.
I'd say
League
League One
Two.
max, yeah.
No, Championship. He's a Championship level striker.
Is he better than David McGoldrick?
Yes, and McGoldrick
Oh.
plays in
He
League
would have been
Two.
top 5.
He plays in League Two.
Because Sheffield
Oh, yeah,
United.
but for
plays
Notts
Notts
County.
County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's much better than him. Baldy. Sorry, yeah. But we got a game in hand over the people above us, so we can move up. But it's
So,
the ownership.
How many points?
Robbie
away?
Cowlin, I know you don't listen to this podcast, but I'm speaking to you directly. Sell your shares in a club and get out. Like, leave. You're ruining Braintree as well. Like, we don't want you here. Malden and Tiptree as well. You're ruining our clubs. Leave.
Forever.
There you go.
Yeah, sell, please.
There you go.
That's what the fans want, and that's what we've been lobbying for the last 3 years, but you've done nothing. You just told us to shut up, it's your club. So,
Yeah.
well done for getting us
He's
relegated.
probably going to say the same again then.
Yeah, well, he's getting us relegated, so I hope you enjoyed the loss of money you get next season.
Let's just clip that because we can use that again next week.
Yeah,
that'll
yeah,
fill it
and then
out.
we'll just we don't
Yeah.
need him to talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just
Yep.
fill that in about 2 minutes.
cool, lovely.
Right.
Carry on, let's go.
Right, let's go to the Premier League
On the
now.
Premier League, best league in the world. We begin
Eh.
with Wolves versus Southampton.
Do we?
There was
Do
no
we?
there was no Friday night kickoff. Friday night
Yeah, so
football.
we start with Brentford Bournemouth.
Oh no, mate, I'm just reading off the website.
That's fine. Carry on. It's fine. I'll just.
Do you want to start? We can start with Brentford Bournemouth. if you
No,
want.
it's okay.
No, well, I mean, that was the
Actually,
first game.
let's start with West Ham Everton because that was nothing. That was nothing
Alright.
happened in that game.
Well, yeah, there you go. Summed it up. 0-0. Harry predicted 2-2. I thought Everton would win.
I predicted a 0-0 as well. No, I predicted. What did I predict? Oh, I predicted 1-1. So I got
We'll-
it
me
right
and
for
you
the draw.
predicted draws.
We knew it was going to be a draw.
Cafe, anything you want to add?
What would you have said?
I would have said a 2-1 Everton one.
Yeah.
I thought they would
I
have
thought it
won.
was going to go 0-0.
The temptation was there.
But yeah, it was one of those games where you thought.
I thought he was going to carry on going.
No, I don't know too
I
much
can't
to
remember
add
what I
to
said.
it.
Was this the game where I said I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals? It's going to be quite a. Because I mentioned one of the games, but I can't remember which one.
It might have been.
It's going to be quite an.
I wouldn't be
untidy
surprised.
game.
It was.
I mean, there were
two
probably a
crap
lot.
teams.
It was
probably
either
a
this
lot
one or
of
the Wolves
games.
Southampton game that I was going to say.
I mean, there were a lot of them this weekend that were like, could be no goals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the easiest one to get out of the way. 0-0.
I mean, let's
Nice and
move
easy.
on to.
Point shared.
Should we move on to the other easy one to talk about Wolves Southampton?
Wolves.
Mhm.
Well, it's not that easy because both teams struggling at the bottom of the
Yeah,
table. It's a massive win for
Wolves
Wolves.
really outclassed them.
First win of the season as well for Wolves. I mean, it pushes them into
19th.
19th. They're 3 points off safety, I think. 2 or 3 points off.
Fact check.
So I'm sure it's 2 or 3.
I think you're definitely right. So, I think.
I mean, Kaz got.
I think
I'm
they're
looking at
so-
it, but I wanted Adonis to do his
Uh,
I think they're
job.
on
So.
6 points.
Yeah,
They're on 6 points.
3 points
Ipswich
away.
are on.
Well, even
Ipswich
two
are on
points.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points off.
Yeah, Southampton
Um,
is still last with
Sorry.
4.
Yeah. So that big win, Matt. For,
Yep.
Good. Harry, what did you? Harry predicted 5-0 Wolves.
Yes.
I predicted the Wolves 2-1.
I actually said 1-0 Wolves. So
Can we just going back to Southampton a second? They were very, very, very unfortunate in this game. They had a goal that should have been a goal, and then it got disallowed because the Southampton player was bundled over by Semedo, and the ref gave it the other way.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I didn't see the game. So
they've got one goal less, but they still.
all I'm saying is they're on track to be worse than Derby.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right now, with
We've got to do it. We've got to try.
27 games left.
The hope is there for me. The hope is there.
yeah.
Gaha, anything you want to
Nope, I probably would have predicted a Wolves win.
Yep.
So, fairly
add?
standard.
Sound.
Yep.
Next.
Palace Fulham.
Fulham. Palace down to 10 men.
Smith Rowe scored with and Wilson.
Yeah. It's another good win for Fulham. Keeps their momentum rolling.
Puts them 7th in the
Smith
league.
Rowe was very unlucky not to have 2. Did you see the offside?
No,
His
no.
like pecs were offside.
Oh really?
It was like that far. Harry, you actually got this one bang on.
Did I?
You predicted 2-0.
Oh yes.
And I predicted 2-0
See, I got
Palace.
so I said 2-1 Fulham. so close again.
I just thought Palace at home, they need a win. I thought Fulham. I mean, Fulham are a great team.
Fulham are in
really
too good of
form.
a form at the moment to have lost that game.
Game of the day definitely came at the G-Tech Community Stadium though.
What, Brentford,
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. Let me just have a quick look. I'm sure Brentford.
There was no
They were 1-0 down.
early kickoff, was there?
No.
No,
Yeah.
this was a 3 o'clock kickoff.
They went 1-0 down, then equalised, then went 2-1 down,
And turned it around.
and then turned it round. Yeah,
3-2.
Great game.
turned it round.
They're in really good form
8
as well.
minutes. They are Brentford. Yeah, I think they're gonna have a good season.
Harry, you predicted a Brentford win 2-1. I
Yeah.
went for a 2-2.
I went for Brentford 2-0 for Brentford. So
Cool.
we all
I kind
say
of just thought
wins.
that.
Gaha, what would you have said?
I would have went probably a 2-0 win to Brentford.
Huh?
I just
Yeah, I kind of just thought
Yeah.
Bournemouth because they came from the back of that. Was it City win?
They'd beaten you and City.
Yeah, and I thought maybe that'll just bounce them into
Yeah.
good form, and then
I couldn't really bet against
let it down.
Brentford, so.
Yeah.
do we want to talk about?
Oh well, now we move on to the
A big game?
shockest, the biggest shock I think of the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday night football.
Brighton 2,
Brighton,
Man
yeah.
City 1.
and that's 4 in a row for Pep
4
now.
losses for Pep.
First time he's done that for City.
Yeah, I was about to say because I
'Cause he's
saw
done it
this
for
on
Bayern.
Twitter. He did it for Bayern as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But really poor form. City are really.
City were 1-0 up, weren't they? I'm
They
sure.
did, yeah. Haaland
Yeah,
scored.
they were.
Haaland scored, and then second half.
They came off the
5
bench and they
minutes.
cooked them.
Matt O'Reilly.
Pedro and
Yep.
your lad O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
like Matt
Yeah.
O'Reilly from
I
Celtic.
think that's his first game because he got injured.
In his
He
first
got
game, 9
injured.
minutes, and he got his
Yeah.
ankle snapped, and then
Yeah.
that's his first Prem
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
What a way to come back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
I went for a 1-1 that game. Harry, you went for a 2-0 City.
What did I say?
Yeah, well,
I did 2-2.
you can't. I couldn't really back against City because it is Man City.
I didn't think they'd lose. I think
well-
they'd continue the poor form, but with a draw at least.
I just thought three losses in a row. Pep's going to change something.
Yeah.
They're going to bounce back. They're going to beat Brighton, a team that are good, but they're going to assert why they're one of the best in Europe. And at the moment, they're not playing like they are one of the best in Europe. And I think this title race can go quite south quite quickly. And I think it could just be a one-horse race with Liverpool just stealing it.
Oh,
no,
100%.
Because
I hope so.
It's
Arsenal,
already happened.
Arsenal are
so.
now what 9
9
points off
Yeah.
with Chelsea. There's a few
Chelsea,
others.
Fulham, Arsenal, and
Forest.
Forest are 9 points off.
Yeah. City are the closest, and they're 5
5.
points off already.
Yeah. But
Not
it's
to
not
mention,
like
Man United aren't firing at all.
They're out.
they
Just
weren't in.
remember,
They
we're
weren't.
out.
They were
We're
never
only
in the
11
con-
games in
Tot-
there.
Yeah.
Tottenham
They were
aren't-
never in it.
Tottenham aren't even going to be in the conversation.
they're never in
The
a
conversation this season would have been Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think it will just be
Well, there
Liverpool,
was
Man
one
City.
season where Liverpool started amazing, City didn't, and then City kicked it into gear, chased us down,
Yeah.
won it, then
That's
done
when
it,
that's
then-
when you had 98 points. They had 99.
Yeah. and then
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they done it to Arsenal, where Arsenal.
Oh,
we were
Arsenal
20
had that.
points ahead.
yeah, I proudly predicted that they would just fall to small teams, and then City would keep
Yeah.
it consistent.
I do
Yeah.
not see Liverpool
can't-
capitulating.
No, I
I
don't
don't
either.
see
Not
City
yet,
catching
anyway.
this year.
Unless you
Already.
get some catastrophic injury.
Wouldn't surprise me with the windy games that are being played.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Liverpool,
Yeah.
They won
the
2-0.
8 p.m.
They won
kickoff.
2-0.
I thought this was going to be a
This is
good
a corker
game. I
of a
thought this
game,
was
by the
going to
way.
be a goal fest, and I did predict. What did I predict actually? I predicted 2-1 Liverpool. But looking at the game,
No, it was.
I could have said there would have been goals in it, but
You
There should have been goals
watched
in
it.
them.
Oh,
Mm.
mate, the
If
first.
Nunes knew how to header, there
Yeah.
would have been more goals.
I
but
mean,
Well,
no.
if you
it was
you
more
have to
every
put it on
corner.
target.
Every corner Aston Villa had, it just went straight to Salah or someone at the front of Liverpool, and then they just counter-attacked them. Nearly
they
every
had-
single corner I watched, it was just in their other.
We
in
watched
their
it
half.
together, and they had no men back.
yeah.
That-
There was
Leon
no men
Bailey.
back. It was literally just a counter-attack.
yeah.
I mean, that first attack, Darwin Núñez goal.
Yeah.
Easily could have been a red card.
Oh,
for
it would have.
Bailey.
It would
Yeah.
have been.
It would
And the
have
ref
been.
didn't. It wouldn't even give it because he went no foul.
Yeah, he went no foul in the build-up, which is just wrong in itself because it was.
No wonder he got suspended.
I don't think
Well, we'll
any-
get onto that, mate. We'll get onto that.
I don't think anybody thought it would be as easy as it was for Liverpool.
Villa are in really bad form as well now. 4 in a row
Yeah.
for them.
Well, I mean, that was just a poor game for
I
them
think
as
they
well.
always-
Do you think Champions League is catching up with them though? Now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're now
They're
getting
always gonna struggle.
tired.
Just not used to it.
But
Yeah.
now, obviously, you can bounce back after most teams bounce back after international break, play
Yeah.
well. So,
Me and you, Harry, predicted a 3-0 Villa. 3-0
I was going to
Liverpool.
say, I'm sure I
Yeah.
wouldn't have
No, no.
predicted Villa to win
3-0
that game.
Liverpool.
Did I throw a phone at you?
Mm.
Moving on to the game I really want to talk about:
They're
Man
the
United
boy.
3, Leicester 0. Now, just talk us through your pain, mate.
Yeah, so obviously we lost to them in the cup, which I wasn't as bothered about because we played our reserves and they played their starting team.
Was that 6-2 or 5-2?
5-2, and I was like, okay, fair enough. We gave it a go. We lost. Doesn't matter. Focus on the league. And what I've watched, I didn't manage to watch the game, but from the highlights, we looked absolutely awful. No creativity. We've still been struggling with that since Madison left. But just getting up the field, we just struggle with the basics. And a 3-0 loss mirrors it easily because, like in the cup game, we gave the ball away for them to have chances that you expect to be converted at.
Carl just pissing himself in the corner.
I know.
Sorry,
I know. He likes watching me suffer.
He likes watching me suffer. We'll get onto that.
But yeah,
Whoa.
Leicester don't know the basics, and there you go. We lost 3-0 to Man United.
What did you?
I actually did. I predicted 2-1 Man U. But,
what did you say to me after the game? Didn't you say something on along the lines of, "I want us to get relegated now"?
Honestly, with this squad that we have, I would like us to. Not like us, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did get relegated because we need.
I don't think you're worse than.
You're not worse than Southampton.
I believe we're better than 3 teams
Good lad.
in the league, but
you're better than Crystal Palace.
we need to build. We need to have a massive rebuild, starting from the manager and the board down because it's just.
Fair.
It's poor.
Harry went for a 4-0 United.
Yeah,
Close enough. I went for a 3-1.
Very
United.
close, both.
I had no faith that you would score a goal.
Kaha, you were telling me that you at least hoped Leicester would do something.
I would have loved if Leicester done something at all, even
Well,
like a miracle win. But
we've got Chelsea away next in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
time,
no.
So
6-0.
it's the Harry.
We'll get onto that one actually.
It's the Harry
We'll get
derby.
onto 6-0 in a
It's the
second.
Ganja Harry versus me
Ganja
derby.
I don't think we should call him Ganja Harry.
We can't really call him that on the.
Ginger Harry, I think he meant to say.
Oh, I meant to say Ginger. Sorry.
God.
Ganja
honestly.
is ironic. It's
This
ironic
guy,
for a
this
reason.
guy.
You will
But,
not understand
He
the
does not
reference.
partake.
Anyway, let's move on to.
Let's move on to a game me and you watched in a pub.
Forest.
It's Nottingham Forest,
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
What
We're
a
in a
surprise.
pub.
They're in a pub.
Shocker.
Uh,
But that game was the first goal.
Oh, it was a very good game. First half was quite relaxing.
cracking
League.
header.
Yeah.
The first goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Isaac's fault.
Yeah, no, but it was can't take anything away from Murillo.
Do you mean Isaac?
Isaac.
Isaac.
No,
Isaac.
it's Isaac.
Is the way he said it before.
You said it at the pub.
I know,
He's
I
called him
know.
Isaac.
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 Yeah, no, but I've learned how to say his fucking name, so I'm
lad.
allowed
This
to.
Good lad.
guy.
Yeah. Look at the corner. He's moved out of his position, allowed him to score. It's like
You watching the highlights now?
I got it on my phone. Battle at the number.
Yeah,
and then Forest capitulated and
They just ran out of energy in the second half. Newcastle dominated. A brilliant goal from Joe Linton.
oh, they deserved the win.
So
I wish
wait,
I
yeah.
wish
So
Forest
you're
could get
complaining
something
a
out of it.
striker isn't good at defending?
Yeah, but it was just set piece specialist is going to be having a word.
Set
on
piece
the-
coach won't be happy with him.
Yeah.
No.
So I'll
I
tell you
think
that much.
Let's not
Newcastle
talk about them.
dominated the second half, which is why
Oh,
they
they-
deserved to win it.
They deserved.
Forest first half
that-
were brilliant, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just tiredness really in that second half that cost.
Harry.
Forest.
You know what? I've
backed
just watched
Forest.
it. I agree with you.
Yeah?
I agree with Harry.
Right.
Yeah, it is his fault.
I actually said
Harry
2-1 Forest.
Yeah, Harry went 2-0 Forest.
Yeah.
I went 2-2.
It's just Forest's form at the moment. I
yeah,
mean,
I think that's what.
I kind of just thought Newcastle coming off the back of the win against Arsenal. It's now momentum boost for
Almost.
them, so they were never going to lose
And
that
for
game.
Forest, it was almost too good to be true, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I saw that post on Twitter of after 10 games, they've matched the same amount of points that Leicester did during their title winning season, and everyone was going, can they? Will they? And
No.
yeah, there you go. So they've lost against.
I think this is actually the shock of the week, the next game. Tottenham 1, Ipswich 2.
Yeah.
By far.
By far.
Um,
Well, they went 2-0 up, didn't they?
I'm not going to speak
And
about
they
my
were cruising.
prediction on this game.
Well,
yeah.
I said-
No. Let's talk about.
I
your
said 3-0
prediction,
Spurs.
mate.
I said 6-0 Spurs.
Wow.
The 6-0.
I said 3-0.
No, I
To be
just
fair,
didn't see it.
I wouldn't have predicted Ipswich.
No
1-2-1.
chance.
No, I
Luke
don't think
did.
anyone would have.
Yeah, Luke did.
Really?
Did he
predict-
actually?
Yeah, Luke
Oh.
predicted a 1-0 win.
He's a
Yeah. Wow.
ball
But-
knowledge.
I would like to say, even though they claim they're the pride of Essex, they are not. Colchester United are the pride of Essex.
Oh my
Jeez.
god,
Um,
cut that out.
But Sammy, what a
Sammy what?
play. I'm not going to pronounce
Sammy
it.
who? No,
Yeah, no,
come
no.
on.
There's loads
No,
of
we-
Sammys. What's
yeah.
his surname?
Yeah, goal scorer in the 31st minute. Yeah, I'm not going to say his surname.
Which
Sammy
I don't know how to fucking pronounce it.
Sammy Smodics scored
There we are.
for overhead kick. for
What a-
Ipswich.
It was such a good overhead.
Yeah,
And
very,
then
very good goal.
Dragusin basically gave them the second goal because he just bundled it over Vicario. Lovely chip for Delap. Great assist by the
Great FPL points.
Romanian
Yeah.
centre back. You predicted the 2-0 Spurs. You predicted what, Harry?
I predicted
3-0 Spurs?
3-0 Spurs.
But Ipswich first win for them this season.
Yeah, gets them off the mark.
So is that Southampton the only team that haven't won a game?
It is indeed. Yeah.
Come on.
There we go.
Come
Here we
on,
go.
let's get him relegated
Come
with less points.
Spurs could have been back into it if their striker didn't kick it into his own hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And handball it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Typical Spurs.
this is the painful game of the weekend.
I think this is a good point. For
No,
both.
it really is. I had time to think about it, and it's not a good point at all.
Chelsea won, Arsenal won.
It
Yeah.
was a
We predicted that, correct?
It was
We
a
both said
deserved
1-1.
point, by the way.
I said 2-1 Arsenal.
If anyone deserved to win that game, it was Chelsea.
Chelsea looked good in the second half.
What game were you watching?
That second
Chelsea
half,
did look good.
Chelsea
I mean, the
deserved
Pedro
to
Neto
win.
goal. Pedro Neto looked brilliant.
Oh, he was
That-
best
that
player
goal
on the
pisses
pitch.
me
He
off.
was a standout.
How Cucurella got man of the match as well.
Okay, yeah, that's a separate issue. But about the game, right? Pedro Neto's goal pisses me off from a defensive point because what were we doing? Like, what were we actually doing? Why did I watched it back, right? As soon as Neto gets past Havertz, not difficult. As soon as he gets past Havertz, nobody's there because Rice and Partey are both playing as a 6. Saliba's gone left-hand side, which is where he plays, but Gabriel has then stepped back because the 2 6s have come towards where he plays. And then when that goal went in, he started having a go at both of them because rightfully so, where are you going? Why has he got so much space on the edge of the
Yeah.
box? You know what Neto's about. You know he can do that once every 12 years. And unfortunately, he did it against us. But from an Arsenal perspective, I'm not taking the point. It's not really not a good result because we're now 9 points behind Liverpool. And is it 6 points behind City now? Something like that stupid. 5 maybe. But no, I'm
well, if
genuinely
City are 5 points off Liverpool and you're 9 points, it's 4 points.
4
mate.
points. Well, there you go. I didn't pass maths, mate. So
That's
anyway.
A-level miles for you.
Yep.
First thing he got right.
But Trossard
you are
was
4
playing
points.
for Chelsea. Genuinely, I don't know what's wrong with him anymore. When he plays, when he starts, he's awful. When he comes off the bench, he's awful. Why does he play? Stick him on the bench. Don't even take Martinelli off. He was actually quite good. And then apparently, Rice played through a broken toe.
Oh, I was
So that's why
wondering
he
when that
came
excuse
off.
would come out.
No, I wasn't an excuse. I was just saying.
No, you said what you
Rice
said.
came off with a broken toe. Saka apparently pulled his thigh, so he's out. Now he's not going to play for England.
Sure.
Havertz is injured because of his head, so he's pulling out the German team because of a concussion.
I'm sure Saka's really injured.
Odegaard's going though, which is stupid.
Is he?
He's been called up.
Only just back from injury as
Only
well.
just back from injury, which he did on international duty,
Yeah.
and now he's going back. So that's great. But it was really good seeing him again because genuinely we've missed him so much, and you could tell for that goal, if that was anyone else, that ball's not going in the box. It's going to Saka and then it's going out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Well, there's the roundup of the Premier League.
Good time as well. Good timing.
Good time. Yeah. We've got a couple of weeks to wait until the return of Matchday 12.
But in the
But
meantime, we
in the
have
meantime-
a fantastic international break. We talk about Greece a lot on here, but we don't talk much about Ireland.
Oh, for God's
And
And luckily enough,
luckily for
there's
us,
a reason we
fallen.
don't.
it's fallen on the week that we have a podcast. So England will play Greece, and then after that they'll play Ireland.
Should we start off with the Greece game?
Yep.
Hopefully it'll be short and sweet.
Yep, it will be. Don't worry.
Thursday the 14th of November, so this Thursday. As you said, a couple of England players have dropped out due to injury, but they'll play at 7:45 away in, I'm guessing, is it
Athens,
Athens?
yep.
Yeah, at the Ike Athens Stadium.
Yeah, I would presume so. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's our newest stadium.
So, obviously, last time out,
Beat your own
these
gaff.
two sides, it was at Wembley,
Yeah,
and Greece came over with a 2-1 victory. I remember
Yep.
we did the podcast on this, and you were very, very happy.
I was buzzing. Yeah,
Jude Bellingham got the goal for England, and is it Evangelos Pavlidis?
Yep.
Yeah, he got the 2 goals for Greece. One of them being in the 94th minute.
it was
to
indeed.
win it.
It was indeed my go.
So a very good result for Greece in the for the Nations League,
Mm-hmm.
and the return fixtures are this week. So, should we get a little score prediction from all the boys? And who will score?
Okay.
Adonis, being the Greek man yourself.
I think. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for a draw here. Actually, 1-1. I'm going to go with Kane for England, and Bakasetas for Arsenal. No, for Greece. Up the gutters. No, yeah. I don't see. I think the one we won at your place is just because certain circumstances, and I think the reason we won.
I think England were quite poor as well.
Oh, you're awful, yeah. But now I think with them in the back of their heads thinking Tuchel's coming in, they want to perform for the new manager. They'll put a performance on, but I still don't think they'll win.
Yeah.
But that just might be the Greek in me talking.
What do you think?
Go on, Cahill. You.
Because
I-
you dislike the English.
Yeah, I do. I can see a 1-0 win for England. I don't see them getting it too badly wrong. They have the players to win. So I think probably Kane. I feel like he'll pop up with a goal. But yeah, I think it'll be fairly easy for England, just not the biggest scoreline.
Harry, what do you think?
I'm going to go with a 3-0. I think last international break, the camp, it wasn't... Obviously, the players weren't in their right minds because we didn't play good football at all. So I'm going to go with 3-0. I think Cole Palmer will score. And hopefully we see Lewis Hall start as well. First call up for him. So we'll do a quick reaction to the England squad after we've covered both matches.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd like to see Lewis Hall start because he's deserved his chance. And yeah, 3-0 England. Go on, Harry.
Right.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, all England fans. I think we're gonna lose.
Get it! I've converted him.
No. I've lost all faith in England at the moment.
Love that.
Genuinely, it pains me to watch them at the moment because it is just every time you load it up, you're like, we know we're gonna lose. How badly is it gonna be this time?
Yeah.
I mean, Finland was a fluke, us winning, but like, it depends what we side out. If we put out a strong older side, maybe we scrape a 2-0 win, maybe 1-0. But if we put out our side, which we know we've like that side we put out against Greece last time with no strikers, I think it was Greece.
Very stupid, yeah.
Yeah, if we do something like that, I can see Greece easily winning 2-0. It all depends on what Carsley puts out, to be honest.
Yeah.
So what is your prediction? You can't give about 4 different predictions.
Stick to one.
I think I can see it being 1-0 England with Dominic Solanke scoring because he's in the team.
Fair enough.
Sorry, all England fans.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
but
He thinks
we-
Solanke's going to win it for you, lads.
Yeah.
Well, I do think Solanke's going to win it for us, but at the same time, I
Now-
think Greece might.
This is the game I care about.
This is the one we want to know.
Is this Ireland-Greece?
This is England versus Ireland, which will be played at Wembley on Sunday the 17th of November, 5 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
Let's just have a run down the table. So Greece are currently top, played 4, won 4. England are second, played 4, won 3 and lost 1. Ireland played 4, won 1, lost 3. Sat in third. And
2 were against us, by the way.
Played 4 and lost 4.
Yeah, cheers.
So, England versus Ireland. Kaha, kick us off.
There's no way Ireland win. I cannot physically imagine it. I can't. There's nothing.
Predict a win. Go
Is it-
on.
Is there anybody that England should look out for?
Oh,
I'm trying to help him here.
Kelleher?
we have a man.
Kelleher.
He does dodgy plumbing. I'd look out for him. Wouldn't hire him. He's
what
not
about
good.
What about Kelleher?
Kelleher is good.
You've got a very good winger as well,
He's very
Casey,
good.
Casey McAteer.
Yeah. Brady also popped up with a goal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, born and bred at Leicester.
I feel like we could. There are 2 ways this match could go. We lose, but we give them a run for their money, or we lose and we're terrible. But there's nothing I'd love more than to walk in here for the next podcast I'm on and laugh at all of you except Adonis.
So what are you going to go for then? What's your head saying? Go with your head, not your heart.
I'm
Go
gonna
your
go
heart, not your head.
2-1 to England. I feel like we will get a goal and that will hype ourselves up for a bit. But England.
So the reverse fixture was 2-0 at the Aviva Stadium. Rice and Grealish scoring the goals, who are Irish in a way.
Not really. Let's be honest here.
But
Rice's grandparents. Grealish is probably a cousin. Let's be honest. I'm not too upset with them. They can go on. I don't mind them. I don't like them, but I don't hate them. But yeah, we're not gonna win, sadly.
So you're gonna go 2-1 England then?
Yeah.
5-0
5-0 England.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus,
I think we
cheers, mate.
decimate you.
God, you know, can I change mine? Ireland to win. Ireland to win. Just for that.
See, one prediction from him and you've changed.
Ireland 1-0 win.
5-0.
Harry, who's gonna score?
Dear God.
Bellingham will get one probably.
I'm trying to think of
Chippy
5.
Chips will get one. Cole Palmer.
I think we all know who he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to say for the listeners that might be old.
I know they're never listening again.
Yeah, I haven't specified what age is old, so they can just imagine.
We're talking about football.
Cole
here.
Palmer, I think, will get a
Not
brace. Who have I said? I've said Cole
He's trying to
Palmer.
think of
You
5
said-
English
you said
players.
Bellingham.
Cole Palmer and Cole Palmer.
Yeah, Cole Palmer and Bellingham, with maybe a Grealish as well.
I named one scorer, but never mind.
But I think Cole Palmer will probably get a
Hat-trick.
brace. No, a brace.
So that's 4. 2 Palmer,
2 Palmer, Grealish,
Bellingham.
Foden.
4. Okay, there you go.
I said Foden at the beginning.
No, he did not.
I did.
I'm going to go with another 2-0.
We can check the tape, mate.
I'm
Alright,
going to go
well,
with another 2-0 and Harry Kane will probably score a penalty. So
Fair enough.
there you go.
Fair.
So there's our rundown.
all right, yeah, cheers, lads. Just forget about me. No worries. I
Two
didn't care about the game
Okay.
anyway.
Oh, well, you're Greek.
Go on.
What is the game?
2-1 Ireland. Get in.
Yes.
If Greece can do it, if Greece can do it, if Greece can do it, you can.
Honestly.
So- all
Funny
I'm
enough,
saying.
the two
Stir it
England,
apart.
the two ones that aren't English.
I go for an
don't-
Ireland.
Yeah.
Well,
Out of curiosity, where are Ireland ranked 63rd in the FIFA standings? Where is Greece ranked?
47th, I think.
Well, there's 20 places difference, mate. I don't think you're
Oh.
beating us.
And you're 3rd, and you
All
lost
right.
to Greece.
Yeah. How'd that final go?
Where's your
Moving
Euros?
on.
How's your Euros?
How'd the final before that go? How'd your World Cup campaign go? How'd your elections go? Let's get political, boys. Let's get political.
Did you qualify for the?
Let's not
any of
talk
these
about it
tournaments?
now. Well,
Yeah. So
Do you want to
well,
touch on the England squad for a bit?
let's touch on the England squad then. So obviously there's been quite a
mean,
few eye-raising.
there's the standard
selections.
goalkeepers.
You've got,
Flappy Bird, Pickford, and Dean
I
Henderson.
think we talked about this before with the 3 goalkeepers, haven't we? Because we've got Henderson, Pickford, and Ramsdale, which means Pope has been left out.
Again, yeah.
Is that
It always seems to rotate between Henderson and Pope, though.
Who would you like to see start out of those 3 keepers?
at the moment Ramsdale, but I think Pickford for England is just unbeaten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Pickford will start both.
Pickford will start, but Dean Henderson in that Finland game was actually alright.
Because it's Finland.
Have we all got this post up so we can all see?
I've- Yeah,
I've got the
Yeah.
beauty one, but yeah,
Okay.
same
I'm-
team.
So let's go around then,
I'm getting there.
and one player that you think will be critical from each position
All right, do you want to
for
go?
the 2 games. So we'll start with Adonis. So we'll do defenders now.
Okay.
Which one of those players will be critical for England camp?
Levi Carwell. He was really good against Grace. Really liked watching him. I think out of the defenders that I'm looking at here, he's the most competent. Guehi's quite good for England, but I think Levi Colwell now has that place knuckled down. I think it's his place for a long time now. So yeah.
Care? You probably don't care. He's probably just going to
Not
mention
really.
a random guy.
Not really.
He just he
Um,
just double checked he got the right squad.
Yeah, that's how much
I
I
had
know.
21 before.
Yeah. Well, isn't Trent injured? He came
yes,
off
he
with a
is
hamstring
out.
injury.
He's
Yeah,
out,
he's
so he'll be
out.
replaced.
Yeah.
So, honestly, you could roll a dice. I don't like any of them.
Right.
Couldn't care about a single one. Kyle Walker, he's too old. Don't care about him. Lewis Hall hasn't done much. Yeah, Rico Lewis, I don't care. No, take your pick. I don't like any of them.
Anyone? Harry?
I do think Kyle Walker will be, like, just for his experience. If we do side out mostly a young side, I think he'll be
If
crucial.
you look at that defence, they're all newcomers really.
Exactly.
Apart from him. You know,
which makes me think
no John
he's gonna
Stones, no Harry Maguire.
which makes me think he's gonna be starting to teach the young ones how to do it.
Young Padawan,
Bro.
come here, let me show you some
Bro.
defending.
It's not the first time they're kicking the balls.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We need some experience on the pitch. I think Kyle Walker will give that
Bro,
experience.
they're playing against Greece and Ireland. They're not playing in a World
Hey,
Cup
alright,
final.
yeah, that's why. That's why.
It's tough competition.
Respect Grace.
That's why we've rotated our team because we're playing.
They don't really
Ireland.
respect
See, I'm-
Ireland.
I'm
Nope.
stuck between 2 because I think Lewis, like I said, Lewis Hall, it's a great opportunity for him because he's looked good in the last few games. Which you just, my eyes were then like blaring at you when you just said, "Oh, he's not really done much."
Was it
I
to
think he's
annoy
done-
you? Yes.
I think he's done brilliantly for Newcastle, so he takes the chance, and hopefully, he stays in the squad. But also Taylor Harwood-Bennis.
Oh, that wasn't
I
a
think-
decent one.
I think that was quite because I don't know where is he at Burnley?
Southampton.
Southampton. That's
I'm
right.
really
Um,
liking the fact that from Southgate era we're used to just seeing the same names on.
Yeah,
the
this
Yeah.
is one thing I like about
This
it,
is
honestly.
really what I like about at the moment just having an interim manager.
Yeah, this is
No
what I like
Harry
about
Maguire.
Castle. Well,
No
move-
Maguire, no Stones for the first time.
move on
in
to
how
the
long?
midfield. There's a lot of new, young generation of players that you haven't seen for a long time. You know, Gibbs White called up, Angel Gomez, or Angel Gomez, however he wants to be called.
Conor Gallagher's
Uh,
been called up as well.
I mean, yeah, as you do. Curtis Jones as well, after his really good form
yeah.
for Liverpool. Out of the midfielders, Harry, we'll go to you first. Which one?
I'm going to go with Morgan Gibbs-White, only because it's his second time being called up for the senior squad. Obviously got called up in the October camp as well. But how well Forest are doing at the minute, I think he deserves his chance to hopefully start against either one of the two sides. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on at international level.
Harry?
Angel Gomez. First, I think it's his first or second call up for England.
Second now.
I think he was called up
He got
last
called
time.
up for the last squad.
It was in October.
I hope he gets
Was
started.
he in the one before as well?
No. Southgate never even knew who he was.
Oh,
No.
so it is a second
I
call-up.
hope he starts. I hope he plays because I'd love to see what he can do in an England shirt.
He was good against Finland.
He was.
I mean, he needs to.
I mean,
Not
him,
difficult.
the
He
likes
would-
of him and Curtis Jones, sorry to cut in, but they need to really prove themselves because
Yeah.
obviously Kobbie Mainoo is currently out injured,
Yep.
and he would normally walk into this side,
But
so it's a chance
also-
for them to.
does Gibbs not Gibbs? Gomez normally play on the wing.
No, he's
No,
Is
he's a
he?
holding
Is he now
midfielder.
a central?
him and Curtis Jones will going to be battling for that Kobbie Mainoo slot.
Yeah, he's a
I mean-
holding mid.
alongside.
How
Rice.
long's Menu out for?
A couple more weeks now. But
Ah.
now that Rice is not going to be called up, it's a very good opportunity for both to start
Yeah, definitely.
and to show
Yeah.
what they've got.
Yeah.
Gaha?
I look at this midfield. I like them more than I like the defenders, to be honest.
Who
I
do you
think they can't go much.
Just say the
Not much
Liverpool
wrong.
one. Just say the Liverpool one.
What? I'm trying to be unbiased here. I'm trying to be unbiased.
So when you look at the defence, you're like, oh, they're all awful. You look at
Except Trent. No, echo what all you said. They're young players that need their chance, but I am gonna be a bit biased. But I'd like to see Curtis Jones do a great job.
Cool.
Even though it is England, but I'd like to see him do a good job.
I think I'm going to go for Cole Palmer. I think this is his time now to really hold that spot down for England. The fact he didn't get more minutes in the Euros was criminal. But for me, Cole Palmer is going to be crucial for these two matches if England get anything anyway. Well, they'll get something from Ireland probably. But if they don't, if they go to if they go to Greece and Eid as well, then he definitely holds that down.
Yeah. Right then, finally, attackers. Harry, kick us off.
it depends who he starts, but I think Ollie Watkins for me will be one of the clear choices. I think to start. I mean, Dominic Solanke I can see coming off the bench for both games. He might get a goal. I think he'll get a goal against Ireland, maybe.
It wouldn't be hard.
No.
I'd get a goal against something else.
I have just noticed that Noni Madueke's been called up as well.
Yep.
I think that would be class to see what he can do up front. But it all depends because he might just sit and bench warm for a whole game. So
Yeah,
Cahill?
love to see.
I think Solanke will surprise people.
Mm.
I say he'll come on, get a goal as you said, and maybe get a start. I could see.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
E.
I've actually gone with Anthony Gordon, only because
Snake.
obviously lack of playing time in the Euros really affected him. He deserved a start in the Euros, and unfortunately he didn't get a lot of game time. But he's slowly being brought into this Lee Carsley style of play, and hopefully he'll start one, if not both, of the matches this week, just so he can really prove to England how good he is.
Yeah, I think Noni Madueke. Again, echo what Harry said. It's his chance to now show his quality, especially with Saka not being called up. It's his turn now to take that right wing spot, see what he can do. But yeah, I've got two comments underneath the post that I think kind of sum up England. One, why has Welbeck not been called up? Because he's retired from international duty. And then someone else said, what the fuck? Chris Wood has literally scored 8 in 10. He's from New Zealand.
Yep.
I mean,
so that sums up England ball knowledge right there. That's as much as I need to say. Harry, over to you, son.
Thank you for listening, people. We are obviously here on YouTube. Please go follow our Instagram as well. Massive thanks. Make sure to follow our Twitters as well. Goodbye.
thank you very much, everyone.
See ya.
Goodbye.